Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom on the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut team, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, that they gonna know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only cover the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous, man.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. Tonight, it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here we go. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The Bengals had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far. A pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere.
Gun. Cut.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
11 coming. 12.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Burrow will throw to the right side and complete to Hurst. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
11 mighty.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw in the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great play there. second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Open man downfield is Hill. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. But once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Tua going to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Edmonds is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. And that is what you call lowering the boom down near the goal line. He was going to force his way in no matter what.
They always talk about low man wins when it comes to the offensive line, having the leverage to move the defenders. It's strong man wins when it comes to tackling in the red zone. And if you happen to be the low man and the strong man, that's a huge win.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And he's got some space here. He's got room at the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
Well, and the big one, that was a statement long touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on third down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. He picks up 3 on that carry.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it's Burrow. He'll let this go for the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wide up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Play action, now it's Tua. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Caught by Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another 1st.
A legacy player in the NFL, Cedric Wilson, 602 yards last season, nearly beat his father's best season when he played in the league. The Miami Dolphins, they're betting that Wilson can surpass that.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, the end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Here we go.
The good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to air one out. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Javon Holland, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. They find some open field here. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Chase Edmonds, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Dolphins have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
11 MC tank.
Again, it's Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
11. Thomas.
Here's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. McPherson now for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Tua. And a completion to Wilson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Looking to pass. Tua. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 129 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd and 7, Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll go for it with Edmonds.
Chase Edmonds, the ball carrier. A gain on the play. First down, Dolphins.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Here's Tua. He'll get this under. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. In the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now the Bengals on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. With such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Second down and another run with Edmonds. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Room here to run. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 94 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Here we go.
That's good for the Cincinnati Bengals.
11 mighty. Stop.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here we go.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
One, ready?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. He's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line.
First and 10 at the 15.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Hey, we gotta go for it.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
11.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
11.
Throwing, Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
12.
Now Burrow. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Jalen Waddle on the return. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
Again, it's Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to almost certainly win the football game. McPherson's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you do it in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster. This is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hooking laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle somebody.